Hey guys, I'm Julian, and in this one I'm going to take an old forgotten about parts bin bike and turn it into something pretty fun and pretty nice. A little jump bike, let's call it. Let's get into it. So the inspiration for this kind of came over the last few months where I've been taking my trail bike down to the local BMX park and trying to do some jumps. Not very good jumps, but trying to do some jumps. And I guess the thing that was holding me back is I don't want to jump and, you know, number one, hurt myself, but number two, damage my bike. So I wanted something that could, you know, just get thrown about. I wouldn't care too much about. Also something that would help me improve my current jumping on my bike, my big trail bike. My trail bike is the Trek Dash 29 Plus bike, so it's got big tires. I wanted something that I thought maybe could help that, so that's why I've gone with in this video. I've taken a small 29 mountain bike and we're going to convert that into a jump bike. Alright, let's have a look at it. So with this bike, there's nothing too special. It's a GT Karakaram. Yeah, it's probably done 1,000 miles. It lived a hard life as a rental bike. And with our bikes, we either sell them when they are, you know, still good bikes, or they just kind of end up in a pile of bikes that we pull parts off. This is where that bike was. So she's not looking too good at the moment. It was just a basic strip down. I took everything off, put all the stuff I wasn't going to keep on one side and all the stuff that I thought I might keep on another. I still kept everything because I needed to get replacement parts for those. But you know, the rule with bikes, never throw anything away. Just keep it until you're absolutely sure that you're never going to use that thing again. The next step in this whole process was stripping all the paint off the bits that I was going to repaint. I did this before in my previous video. I'll link it up here and down below if you want to have a look at that. Pretty much just using one of those paint stripping rubber discs on a drill. You just go for gold on it. Cool. So that's it. All paint removed, or most of the paint removed. I'll get in there with some sandpaper and tidy up a few of the other bits. But yeah, that was probably about an hour and a half's work and pretty much a whole disc. Once you get it down to the smaller patch to go back over it, and you can squeeze it into some other smaller bits. But yeah, pretty happy with that. Next step. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't have to use any paint strip or anything this time. The paint on the newer bikes is a lot more robust than the old ones, but it also comes off easier with that little grindy disc. As for the parts, like the cranks and headset that I did intend to repaint, these have got like an anodized aluminium coating on them. All I'm doing with this little brush is just kind of tidying up all the scratches more than anything. I'm going to, you know, heavily primer and repaint it in the end. The surface is quite good, but, you know, just get in there and clean up so it looks tidy when it comes to the end. So I really wanted to do something a little bit different to my last paint job. My last paint job, all I did was bang some primer on it, bang some color, job done. I want to get a bit better at painting these bikes, doing a bit, you know, custom kind of things. So what I did was I took my mother's vinyl cutter, I made a few decals of my logo, cut them out on that, and then stuck it on the bike. You do get two different types of vinyl if you're going to do this. You get a permanent and a semi-permanent. I'm using the semi-permanent one for this masking. what's nice is that the primer color is actually the color that I want to do all the decals in. So that's what I've used. Hit it with a primer, and then I hit it with some blue. The last step of this whole process is that I wanted to do like a fade, almost like a dark fade. I thought it'd be pretty sweet. It actually came out pretty well. All you do is you slowly hit it from the back, little bit, until it kind of blends to what you want. The spray paint is real good at actually doing these kind of ombres, let's say. Alright, here we go. The theory, it should... I also wanted to refurbish and paint the forks. I'll link how I did the refurbishment of the forks. It's one of my first videos I ever did. I got this like long ass hair. It's pretty ridiculous. But it's one of the videos that got me started on this. So I wanted to refurbish the forks, but I also wanted to do a custom paint job. I did something. I made my own like fox forks. I made it zero fucks forks. I'll link down below for the vinyl cutting file if you did want it. Also, maybe if there are enough people who actually want the decals for your bike, I'll link those down below. You can purchase it from my shop. So it's just zero fucks. It looks like it's a Fox decal, but it says zero fucks. It's pretty dope. Have a look down below. It's pretty hilarious. The last little job for painting was just putting in those extra little bits, so the seat clamp and all the bolts are painted. I really want to go the extra mile with this and do like all the detail work. Yeah, pretty much everything on this got a little bit of hand or a little bit of paint on it, so she's gonna look pretty good. Right, so assembly, yeah, normally pretty straightforward. You bang it all in and job done, but there were a couple little jobs that I wanted to do here at home before I took it out to the bike workshop at Epic. Namely, that was putting in the new bearings and headset. I also replaced the whole headset. Instead of having the old what do they call it, the race bearings, the little shitty bearings, I got some nice proper sealed bearings. Maybe one day to do bar spins, but I doubt it. Anyway, do a job, do it right, eh? Okay, today's the day. It's assembly. I did do a little bit of stuff back in the shop just to aid with ease of transport and all that. I put on the stem, the headset and the forks, put them back together, my Zero Fucks forks. They're all ready to go, popped on the handlebars, but I've still got heaps of stuff to put on here. Everything's lined up, ready to go. By the end of today, we will have the fully assembled bicycle. So let's crack on. I think it's time for a nice little build video. Ooh. Okay, so first step in the assembly, nice new bottom bracket. This one's straightforward as we've got heaps of GT bikes, so I just grabbed one off the shelf and banged it in there. how good does this crankset look? If you ever want to change your bike from a 3x to a 1x, it's actually reasonably simple. I just took that exact 3-piece set, took off all the cogs, and bought the right chain ring for it. You could do this by measuring the holes. Have a look at, there's like a BCD measurement on pretty much all chain rings, and you just measure the distance between the holes and you can just replace it yourself. But that blue on black though. Right, so with the wheels and tires, they don't make 29 jump bikes, they're all kind of 26. So I just took something that was kind of fast rolling but still had a little bit of grip, because inevitably I'm going to be falling. And then took the front disc brake off the bike, because I'm probably not going to need that. Little cleaner look. And then just, yeah, banged it all on. Easy as. Okay, so this is another thing that I'm going to link below. I turned this, derailleur setup, heaps of cogs, into a 1x. There's two ways to do this. The easiest of the two is just to get one of these kits. I'll link it down below. It's an affiliate link, so it helps out the channel if you go buy one of these. Have a look down below. All it does is it replaces your derailleur. You just screw it into the back there, get your chain tension right, and bang the chain on. Easy as. So you'll notice with this bike I've taken off the front brake. Don't need it really. It's just going to get in the way. And then I've used a brake off a bigger bike so that it gives me a bit more kind of slack in the rear brake cable, the hose. This was one of the last jobs I had to do. I'm probably never going to do any bar spins or anything like that, but it's pretty cool that if I did want to, I could, So I think she's done. All there is left to do is look at it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This is one of my favorite things to do, is just build random bikes. So if you want more of this, make sure you subscribe. Leave me a comment. There's normally people who have heaps of opinions on what I do. So I love hearing them. I love getting back at you. So leave me a comment down below. Thanks heaps. Have a look at my shop where you can find all those decals and stickers and stuff that you want. It really supports me, helps me out. Helps me keep making this kind of content. Yeah, I'll see you later.